News mornings at 5 a.m. starts right now.
New this morning, an overnight investigation in Denver after reports of an explosion in a Wendy's parking lot. We're live from the scene with the latest.
There's pretty much nothing left of the town we knew, the town we grew up in.
Two students are back in Boulder after spending winter break amid the devastation of the Palisades fire. Coloradans are in for another snowy weekend. Our weather impact team is getting you prepared ahead of our next weather impact day. And last week's Arctic blast is gone, but the bitter cold stuck around in the high country. A huge plus for snow sculptors as they go head to head.
We would never be able to get this head to stay up like that if it wasn't this cold out.
How do they do that? It's amazing.
It's a good question.
Truly. Well, good morning. Happy Friday. Taking a live look at downtown Denver and I-25, dark and early, sitting at 25 degrees right now. That feels really nice after the last couple weeks, but we're in for a change this weekend. Keely has the details in just a moment. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Jordan Chavez. Good morning, everybody. Before we talk about that big change, let's talk about the positive change we're going to have today. We're going to warm up into the 40s, Keely, something we haven't seen in quite a bit.
I know. I tell you what, we are our normal high for this time of the year, 45 degrees, and we are going to reach a high right around 45 degrees. So we're actually getting close to normal. And then big cool down as we head into tomorrow as another Arctic front moves in, brings us not only colder air, but also more snow, not just to the mountains, but to the I-25 corridor as well. But a beautiful start to your Friday. It is shaping up to be a gorgeous one, 27 degrees already. We've got clouds. We'll see a little bit more sunshine as we head into the afternoon. Winds out of the southwest, 11 miles per hour. The wind's not too much of an issue in the metro area, but certainly blowing and gusting very strong, up to 50, 60, and we had some 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts up at in the foothills earlier this morning. Taking a live look at our radar, just seeing some clouds out in front of an approaching storm, again bringing us snow starting today in the mountains. For the metro area, here's your hour by hour. So we're going to be up into the mid-20s by 8 o'clock, 30 degrees by 9. We see a little bit more sunshine as we head into the afternoon, reaching a high right around 45 degrees for a high. And again, those winds a little bit blustery, certainly in the foothills. And we're going to continue to see those winds blowing fairly strong throughout the morning, but dying down late morning. Partly cloudy, 44 your forecast high for the DIA. Winds out of the southwest, about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Forecast highs across the plains. We're looking upper 30s, 40s, all the way anywhere from upper 30s to upper 40s across the plains. Warmer day today. That tops the look at your weather headlines. Windy in the foothills this morning, but dying down late this morning, and snow. We have a winter weather advisory for the mountains and several inches of snow even down here at the lower elevations. More on that, and we'll break down the timing of that snow in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Keely, thank you so much. Happy Friday, everyone. 5:03 is your time. A live look right now from our CDOT cameras for those heading out the door. A live look from I-25 and 6th Avenue. So if you're heading into the Lakewood area right along 6th Avenue, you can see traffic in all directions right now is flowing nicely. So I do want to switch things over to our main maps real quick. A lot of green on your screen, which is what we love to see, especially on the start of a weekend. So westbound 36 Denver to Boulder, you shouldn't have any issues. A 17-minute drive. North Glen to the Federal Heights area, we're heading southbound along I-25 from 144th all the way down to 76, a nice 8-minute drive. And then I-270 right near Vasquez is where we're seeing some overnight construction. You can see we're seeing a slight slowdown, but those speed times are still clocking in at 59 miles per hour.
Brianna, thank you. Breaking news overnight. Police are investigating a report of an explosion near one of the busier intersections in Denver.
Yeah, the report came in late last night near 6th Avenue and Spear. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us live from there now. Courtney, what do we know about this?
Hey, good morning, Jordan and Corey. There's not a ton of information on this, and early this morning, there's absolutely no activity happening here at the Wendy's parking lot. It's actually empty, and the car that exploded is not here anymore. So this all happened yesterday around 10 o'clock, just after 10 o'clock. Here's some video of the scene from when it first happened. Denver police officers taped off the entire parking lot of the Wendy's off 6th and Spear last night. Inside of it, you can see a heavily damaged SUV near the drive-through of the restaurant. The car looks pretty torn up. Some of the doors in the back trunk are very mangled. A woman who was there emailed 9 News and said there was an extremely loud bang that shook her entire car. Firefighters, fire trucks, and police were dispatched to this incident last night. Police haven't told us much about this yet, but they say there was no injuries or deaths. Right now, we're trying to get more information from police and from anyone who might have seen what have happened. We'll bring you more updates as they come in. Live in Denver, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
I'm sure a very scary sound for the neighborhood around that as well. Courtney, thank you.
Today, the woman accused of killing her 2 children could find out if she will be extradited back to Colorado from the UK. Kimberly Singler faces multiple counts after 2 of her kids were found dead in her house in Colorado Springs in December of 2023. During a court hearing last month, a judge told her he expects to rule on her extradition on January 24th, which is today. Singler's defense says that extradition could breach a European law that says you can't extradite where the sentence doesn't allow for parole. Singler can appeal if the judge allows extradition, which could delay the case even more. If the judge thinks the defense has a case, Colorado will most likely get the chance to present a plea deal that does not include life without parole. The decision is expected to come down at 7 o'clock this morning. We will update you once that happens.
The state of California expects to spend $2.5 billion helping the LA area recover from devastating wildfires. Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom signed a relief package yesterday. The money is meant to help shelter survivors, remove hazardous waste, and make it easier for local governments to approve rebuilding homes. A new wildfire, the KUSA fire, started on Wednesday. It's already burned more than 16 square miles and forced tens of thousands of people to evacuate. The biggest fires, including the Palisades fire, started burning just more than 2 weeks ago. They've killed at least 28 people and burned thousands of homes and businesses. President Trump will head to California to visit disaster zones today. 2 students at CU Boulder were home in California when those fires started.
Yeah, they spent the end of their winter break battling the Palisades fire. Emmett Reiner and Jackson Wooten say that they have lived in the Pacific Palisades their entire lives. The 2 said that they were on the beach when they noticed a giant plume of smoke growing over the neighborhood. They quickly started driving towards their homes as they say lines of cars sped the other way.
And I got out and I just sprinted in the house, probably like 2 blocks through my neighborhood. And as I'm running down my neighborhood, I look over my shoulder, and the entire mountain, Palisades means bluffs. So the entire mountain behind me is just completely aflame.
Somehow, both of the students' homes survived this fire. Days later, they jumped on a plane and flew back to Boulder for their final semester. According to fire officials, the Palisades fire has destroyed over 23,000 acres. That's got to be hard to be focused on graduation while your home is burning.
Absolutely. What a scary experience. United Healthcare has named a new CEO following the murder of Brian Thompson last month. Yesterday, the company announced Tim Knoll will take over the role. He is the head of United's Medicare and Retirement Division. Knoll joined the company in 2007. He previously worked on financial restructuring at Northwest Airlines during its bankruptcy proceedings. 26-year-old Luigi Mangione faces murder and terror charges in Thompson's killing. He has pleaded not guilty. Mangione is currently being held in a New York City jail. His next court date is set for February 21st.
President Trump's defense secretary pick is heading toward a final confirmation vote after narrowly overcoming a Democratic-led filibuster yesterday. Pete Hegseth advanced to the final decision on a 51-49 vote. The vote to confirm him could happen in the next day or so. The veteran and former Fox News host has faced allegations of sexual assault, being drunk on the job, abuse of women, and financial mismanagement of veterans charity. He has denied the allegations.
Hegseth's ex-wife recently gave a new statement to the FBI about his alcohol use. 2 sources who spoke with CNN say the Senate Armed Services Chairman Roger Wicker and the ranking Democratic member Jack Reed were briefed on Samantha Hegseth's statement on January 16th. That was 2 days after the committee held Hegseth's confirmation hearing. In a statement, Wicker said he did receive a confidential briefing on the FBI's investigation of Pete Hegseth, but said reports of its contents are inaccurate. He says he stands by Hegseth's nomination. Reed released a statement yesterday saying while he can't discuss the contents of the FBI investigation, the recent reports about what's in Hegseth's background briefings are true and accurate.
Several of President Trump's nominees were voted out of committee yesterday. Among them was Secretary of Energy nominee Chris Wright, Secretary of Interior nominee Doug Burgum, and Secretary of Veterans Affairs nominee Doug Collins. All 3 passed through committee with bipartisan support. Trump's nominees to lead the EPA, Lee Zeldin, and Housing and Urban Development, Eric Scott Turner, passed on close-to-party line votes. All the nominations will now go to the full Senate, where they are expected to be confirmed by the Republican-controlled chamber.